What's going on, everybody? Nintendo just announced a 30-minute direct focused completely on the upcoming game Splatoon 3. As we know, Splatoon 3 will release in about a month, so this is on time with the Nintendo news cycle, though it is surprising to get a full half hour dedicated to one game. With such a long direct, there's a lot to talk about, so what will we expect to hear tomorrow? Feel free to leave your greatest wishes in the comments below. This video is of course all speculation. I have not been listening to the Splat Twitter supposed leaks. This is just mechanics and topics that we will probably see that will convince the Switch player base that Splatoon 3 will be worth buying over Splatoon 2. First of all, a short introduction for who I am, because a lot of you are confused at what's going on here. My channel started getting a lot of traction around Mario Strikers Battle League, however my main game for years before this was Splatoon. I've been speedrunning Splatoon single player basically since the game came out in 2015. I've held several world records over the years, and even when I slowed down after college, some of my times are still top 5 in the world. So for those of you who only know me from Mario Strikers, this is just a little bit of TonesBalones lore. On to the Splatoon Direct, the first thing we should expect is basic gameplay explanations. Nintendo loves to treat Splatoon 3 as if it were every player's first ever shooter game. For this reason, while it's not appealing to us veterans, expect at least 5 minutes just explaining that the goal of Splatoon is to paint the floor, there are different weapon types, they will explain how the stringer type weapon works, yada yada. Basically, if you follow Splatoon NA on Twitter, you will understand the first third of this direct. They will probably also spend time here to explain the new region Splatlands, including the clothing brands, shops, NPCs, and characters you interact with. Speaking of NPC characters, we will also hear who the new idols will be. Idols, of course, being Callie and Marie in Splatoon 1, Pearl and Marina in Splatoon 2. We can assume that the idols will have some kind of opposite themes, along the lines of Pearl being a rich squid and Marina being an Octarian from Octo Valley. The only kind of theming that makes sense based on the design of the single player is land versus space, considering we see a giant rocket in footage of the single player, and the fact that Splatlands are a desert while you play as a scrap collector. Though this is still speculation, the idols could also be their own thing while other characters explain the whole space thing. Next, we will definitely see a new game mode, one that is completely new and not simply an upgrade from existing things. While it will be nice to see some explanations on the new Salmon Run and possible rank changes, the most anticipated announcement is a brand new mode. I really hope it's bigger than just another ranked rotation. I would like a completely new thing to be shown. We do know that your main character is a scrap collector, so maybe the new game mode has something to do with that. It could be a team-based battle royale kind of setup where you have to find materials to make weapons and fight against the enemy. That's about as much speculation as I'm comfortable giving on the new game mode, but it's practically guaranteed from a marketing perspective. Nintendo needs to have some kind of new thing that will encourage Splatoon 2 players to move on to the new game. And the part I'm most excited for is news on the single player, hopefully getting some more information on what the gameplay is like. I expect the single player to be more open world with both traditional and Octo expansion style levels. We will also probably get a teaser for what the mammalians are and how to fight them, considering we have already seen our little buddy be used to eat up the fuzz. Whatever information they give, I will be doing a deep, very deep dive on that because I cannot wait to speedrun it. Finally, expect to announce a test fire sometime between now and the game's release. The test fire will be just like all the other online demos where they only let you play for designated hours of time throughout the day. They will probably allow us to use the new stringer weapons along with other basics like the roller, splatter shot, and charger. The mode will most likely be limited to turf war unless the new game mode is so different that they would rather focus on that. That is pretty much everything I expect from the Direct. With 30 minutes of content to fill, I doubt they will leave anything to the imagination, so everything is on the table. If you would like to see some Splatoon 3 speedrun and single player content in the future, then feel free to subscribe, or if you are a returning Strikers fan, then I promise I'll go right back to those after this video. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.